I forgot to get on Twitter. X gonna give it to ya. And I forgot to post on Twitter. X gonna give it to ya. I'm on Twitter. X is gonna give it to ya. Yeah. On Twitter. On that Twitter. Sorzon, you were beyond early. You're just first. Oh, that's right. Nicki Minaj is in Call of Duty, y'all. It's been a fun day, bro. Oh yeah, I'm looking for smoke, y'all. Y'all don't understand. The kicker is I am going somewhere with it, but y'all gonna have to humor me a little bit with it, okay? Y'all gonna have to humor me a little bit. Let me see. Let's post this on the X. Gonna give it to you. Oh yeah, we about to have some fun tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'm just posting it on the social medias. I gotta let everybody know that I'm Livy. I'm Livy with the Hivy. I'm Livy, baby. I'm Livy, baby. Oof. What's this? Oh God. All right, hold on. I need to click this up. What's up, Richie? What's up, Retro? Yeah, we in here, bro. We here for the smoke, y'all. We here for the smoke, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I'm just letting people know. Let's see. Just let y'all know. Go ahead and show y'all support. Go ahead and show y'all support, because y'all know this is getting demonetized off rip, boy. This is getting demonetized off rip. The title alone. Oh, I forgot to put everybody. God dang it. Hold on. Yeah, this is getting demonetized. This is getting demonetized everything. So I want y'all to be real here, okay? Listen. Now listen, the title is like 50-50. Like there is a joke element to the title, but I'd be lying if I wasn't low-key tempted. So we're going to start this off with being a little bit realistic. Regardless of how you feel about Trump, and I do mean this, regardless of how you feel about Trump, this was like some of the slickest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I want y'all to understand something. This man's been getting indicted for a hot minute now, right? And then he finally is like, you know what? We gotta go in. We gotta go in, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta go into jail. We gotta get these mug shots. And he was like, I'm about to monetize the living shit out of this mugshot. And dog, the fact that this man got a mugshot, got back on Twitter to promote merch for the mugshot, and has essentially become like a rapper going to jail is hilarious to me, dog. It is hilarious that this was so well orchestrated, it's ridiculous. This man literally transitioned himself to going to jail, getting a mugshot, and then going back and selling it online. And people ate that shit up because it's Trump. Trump has become such a icon, whether you love him or you hate him. He literally monetized him going to get a mugshot. This is literally what happens to rappers all the time. They do this shit to rappers all the time. Famous rapper goes to jail. Free my man Ludacris. Free my man Tyrese. Free my man, I don't know, Young Thug. Free my man Lil Wayne. They do this all the time. This man has gotten immortalized in the same tier as rappers off a damn mugshot. And monetized it. Out here making money off of this immediately. He gets back on Twitter to be like, "But out of the way, guys. Y'all can come buy my mugshot." Huh? Good God. That's just on some hustle shit. I can't be mad at that's a slick hustle. Monetize if you gotta go to jail, monetize that as much as you can. And get paid as much as you can. And that's what he did. He got paid to go to jail, essentially. Or he's getting paid while being in jail. It's slick. It's very slick. Even like, and it to me it's just kind of crazy because they're gonna make him a big deal, even if Trump realistically shouldn't be a big deal. This is making him a big deal again, and I don't think people understand that was not smart. Because, and it's something actually I can use this also with another famous, like, imagine going to jail and getting money for it. He's getting paid to go to jail. That's essentially what's turned into. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But even if you but see, and it gets into more of an interesting topic, which is kind of what I'm using it to lead into, which is the whole. So I'm gonna be 100% real with you personally. So a couple things. Some of you already know these, but don't. First thing, I voted for Trump in the last election, so it's not like I don't have any level of attachment. I do to a degree. But the other thing is this, right? Trump has been openly like viewed as like a villain by like at least half the nation, at least, right? At least half the nation views Trump as some sort of villain, okay? And I'm not here to claim whether he is or he isn't. The point is that he is viewed as such. And I can openly say personally, though, that what people that honesty never pays in normal people's lives. What I mean by that is that if you are in that, we always, as children, I'm pretty sure everyone was told honesty is the best policy. You should always tell the truth. This, that, and the third. That was like barely ever true. There are plenty of people I know, and many others know who have gotten pretty far in life consistently lying. Now, obviously, what it really is a balance. You have to pick how much to lie and how much to tell the truth. And once you strike a balance, you'll be fine. That's really what it is, right? But in most cases, lying is very much like helpful and necessary in life because you're living in an unfair world. But the one time honesty truly is the best policy is when you are a villainized famous person. Another example of this would be Andrew Tate, right? Didn't Andrew Tate recently get out of jail for all those like sex trafficking charges? I think he still has to go to court, but currently he's like at home chilling, right? And here's the thing about if you're gonna be like viewed as a villainous character, the reason why this is important is because, and it's something that people have already said about Trump, and I'm correlating these two for a reason. Both of these people are pretty heavily villainized by at least half of the people who interact with them. Not everybody, because they both have strong fan bases, but they are pretty openly villainized, right? Whether or not they're right or wrong is irrelevant. The point is that they're not viewed that highly, which is perfectly fine. I'm not here to say that you have to view them favorably. But with that being the case, imagine this, if you will. Let's say the devil himself, or Hitler, or just some openly evil and notoriously evil bastard is on trial for the crimes he committed against humanity. And imagine being like, oh, this motherfucker's evil. He's an evil son of a bitch who killed and hurt millions of people, right? Because of course Hitler's done shit like that. And Satan, it's Satan. Of course he's done things like that. And then imagine putting Satan or Hitler on trial and going through the full 9 yards and having to argue why he's evil, and then not doing a good enough job to get him put in jail or to get him the death sentence. Imagine being the guy who couldn't put the devil in jail when the devil is very open about being the devil. Hitler was very open about murdering all those Jews, and you still couldn't put them in jail. Now, I'm not saying that Trump or Tate are on the same level as Hitler and the devil, but what I am saying is for people who are openly viewed as villains and are very openly honest about who they are and what they do, like, when you can't put them in jail, dog, you don't even have to be a politician. You won't even have to be a politician to be like, bro, you done fucked up your whole campaign. If you can't put a motherfucker who is openly viewed as evil in jail, that's crazy, dog. And that's why one of the things I would mention is if they don't get this stuff with this stuff in Georgia to stick. I mean, Tate is dying, so he's not rent free. He's not free. Wait, what do you mean he's dying? You mean he's like sick? Or am I just missing some? Or maybe I missed the joke. But the point I'm making is, to be fair, Hitler offed himself before they could jail him. Oh, no, of course. Obviously, retro death. I'm not talking about literally, but the point... Doesn't he have cancer? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him having cancer. Maybe it's time to go to Google real quick. I didn't know Andrew Tate had cancer. I keep up with Tate to a degree. I'm just curious. Oh no, his manager. No, I don't think that's true. I think those were just rumors. Yeah, the manager said it. Trump always seems to win his legal cases, so that's the other thing. But the kicker, the point I'm trying to make is Trump obviously is trying to go get that run back for presidency, right? And if you can't successfully indict this motherfucker who's viewed as like this like evil bastard, you look really poor, especially when it's like half the country. Like it looks bad. And ironically enough, the one thing that is helping Trump and it helped Tate actually is their weird level of honesty. Like people, I think Dave Chappelle said it best on one of his sketches, not sketches, but one of his his comedy. I think it was on Saturday Night Live. He made a joke about it, and it was a really good joke, which was the crazy thing about Trump was that Trump, I think it was during the election with Hillary, he was like, Hillary's like, you use all these tax breaks and tax cuts that you're not supposed to use. And Trump was like, that makes me smart because I know the loopholes and I know how to use them. And everyone was in the back like, what the fuck? I didn't think somebody was going to say that. Because the thing about Trump, ironically enough, that got him a lot of attention was the fact that he was really honest about things that most of the public kind of suspected, but we were never really proved. And so he's like, but you're the one who's been working in the government for so long. Why haven't you, if you know about all these loopholes and tax breaks and cuts that I'm taking advantage of, why don't you do something about it? And he goes, well, I know why you won't do anything about it. Because the same cuts and tax breaks that I use, your friends use, the guys who back you use. And you wouldn't dare screw your friends over. So the kicker being is that, yeah, Trump takes advantage of the system. But Trump was like one of the only guys who openly just said, yeah, I take advantage of the system. And part of what made him so successful is that he was just weirdly honest about shit that realistically you would think he wouldn't be. To be fair, it was sometimes to his detriment, but that's also what gained him a following. That he was just so openly. Oh wow, YouTube is blocking. I knew this was gonna happen, guys. I told you this stream was gonna be hoed no matter what. As soon as the title itself was gonna screw me no matter what. The irony is that Trump himself takes advantage of. Oh no, but no, that's the Richie. The point I'm making is Richie. The point I'm making is isn't the fact that he doesn't do it. The fact that he's so honest about it. Because there are plenty of individuals who take advantage of the system. Trump was just like the first politician to be like, yeah, I take advantage of the system. Like every other politician would lie about it. Trump's advantage was the fact that he was so unabashedly honest about taking advantage of it. Yeah, and see, the Democrats are gonna, and see, if the Democrats can't properly condemn him, bruh, it's all right. The fact that you put this man in jail already kind of backfired, because now this man has, you've turned him into a rapper. You've turned him into like political Tupac in a way, and he's not even dead. It's just like, free my man Trump. This man had shirts out that says "Never Forget," and I know his merch line is blowing the fuck up right now. Because people already rallied behind you, and then you put this man in jail, and what they essentially did is they turned him into an outlaw. They said, "Oh, look at this outlaw. This is what he is. This is what Trump is as an outlaw." America loves outlaws. What? Like, why would you do that? Why would you put him in that position that he only stands to gain from it? He's gonna be one that, just like how certain rappers' albums blow up when they're in prison. In prison, Trump literally is blowing up while being in jail. Like it's like the craziest hustle to me, dog. And it's so obvious. But it's one of the things I find super interesting that, are they Red Dragon? That's crazy. I'm using the Trump stuff as kind of a baseline to have a conversation. What the heck is happening? What isn't that supposed? I can't. We can't do this, bro. This is the problem. But yeah, like, I find it interesting that in life, in every other aspect of life, you can lie and get away with a lot. The one thing is, once you become like a famous or popular figure in like the media or like the news, it is highly beneficial to you sometimes to just be openly honest. Because that's what got him. I thought it was going to jail, get your bum. Chill out, Donnie. I find it hilarious that Trump and Tate are people who have literally succeeded in life by being weirdly honest about things. And it's kind of crazy to me. This man is about to make buku dollars, crazy money, for going to jail and essentially turning himself into a martyr. And the basis behind the indictment is hilarious, but it's not really my point. The point is more so the logic and the things surrounding it, and the dangers of being in this position, because it also means that you're under like a heavy amount of scrutiny. That's why only certain men and women are built for this kind of lifestyle. You can't be. That's why people say not everyone can be famous. Not because not everyone's like talented, but only a certain amount of people are willing to live a certain lifestyle to deal with the fame and the mental and emotional pressures that come with it, right? And it's crazy. It's just crazy to me that in every other aspect of life, you could lie in a lot of situations and still get ahead. Like it's almost ridiculous. And in this particular situation, the honesty was literally the best policy. I think for Tate, and it'll be for Trump too. Like, tell him the truth. I also think it's crazy to me that Donald Trump hadn't been on Twitter in like years. And the first thing he comes back with is, "Hey man, go buy my new merch of my mugshot on a shirt that says 'Never Forget,' as if I died." And what did they do? People went and spent a ridiculous amount of money. I would love to know how much money he's made. I would love to know how much money, because on top of that, he's popular enough to where it's been memed to death. I mean, hell, Trump was somewhat kept alive just through the AI memes with him, Biden, and Obama that people were making, because the presidential AI memes are funny as hell. He literally uses like the advantage of the internet and like people's word of mouth to take advantage of. Well, this is kind of weird. So Trump is getting jail time while Chris Chan runs free with a dismantle. That's kind of crazy. He hasn't been on there because he was banned until Elon brought him back. That's true, but Elon's had Twitter for a while. You knew how this. All you need to know is that. Wait, what? I didn't even see media. Oh, it's just a conversation, but to me, it will always be an interesting situation. It will always be interesting to me to see like these things play out because they always like reaffirm things about human nature and society. And at least as Americans, we love villains, low key. I think we've always loved villains. And I don't even think that's inherently a terrible thing because villains are more interesting. Heroes are more inspiring, but villains are more interesting because they correlate to a dark part of your mind and your heart and your soul. Once again, I'm not even implying that Trump and Tate are villains, but the point I'm making is that the villainous parts of them or the villainous side that is mentioned so much is the part that people gravitate to. But also the weird level of honesty that they both have. And these motherfuckers are talking. These motherfuckers are literally gonna talk themselves into victory, and the people are gonna just leave them there. The dark part of my mind is all of it. But it's not even like it's anything too crazy. But I found it interesting. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't low-key tempted. The problem is the merch. The reason why I probably wouldn't get the merch is mainly because it doesn't look good. It's literally just his. I think it was made so haphazardly. All it is a shirt with his face on it that just says "Never Forget." And I'm just like, Trump, if you wanted me to buy this merch, you're gonna have to put a little bit more effort into this, bro. You can't just put that up there, man. Like if I look up the site, if I remember correctly, which is kind of a pain to get to, because it's like nobody just straight links to the shirt. You have to like do this weird, go through other. I've had to go through news stories. I could have just went to Trump's Twitter, but still. It is kind of funny. Yeah, here it is. It's literally just his face. The only thing that looks kind of okay is the mug, low-key, and the poster. I think the poster's probably the best. Also, how's there a signed poster of him already? And this man just got this mugshot taken. The savagery is ridiculous to me, dog. You can say whatever you want if you're famous like them. A regular person would be in trouble if they were this on it. Well, no, you also have to, like, once again, Mel, that's why I said, you have to be a certain kind of individual. You have to have a certain kind of mindset and be willing to be viewed in a certain way to do this. Time to sit back and laugh while the world burns, LOL. Well, the problem is that, well, when I say he's being honest, there's a certain, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not even necessarily saying that they're not lying at all. What I'm more saying is that they're more honest than like the average person. Like, let's be real here. When you're talking to your friends, you tell your friends about some of the sick, depraved things you do, things that you know aren't socially acceptable, the thoughts that you know would get you in trouble if you said anything. Those are the things. Like there's when you're interacting with people, there's different tiers of yourself. Now, if you're a person who can be yourself the whole through every interaction, good for you. But for most people, they have tiers of how much of themselves they're gonna be. Right? You have the socially accepted version of you. Right? It's the version of you that you can go anywhere and it be like nothing wrong with your inherent personality. Then you have the second layer, if someone knows you a little bit somewhat better, where you'll say a couple of things that give hints to your true personality. And but they're just teases. Like you're still mostly socially acceptable, but you'll have those one or two things you'll say that people will give a hint. And then the third layer is when they start getting it's about 50-50, where they start getting where they get like part of you, but they don't get all of you. And actually, I think that's probably where the YouTube version, you depending on what kind of YouTube channel you are, ranges from 1 to 3. I don't think there are that many people who give the full 100%, because the people who give full 100% are the ones who are fully taken advantage of or like trolled to oblivion, right? The people who were fully 100% were people like Chris Chan. And you saw what happened to Chris Chan. That man has a mental disorder, or woman. I think woman now? I don't know. The point is that Chris Chan is a person who was a fully 100% on YouTube, and it absolutely paid for it. Not even saying that he or she didn't deserve it. I'm just saying that's the point I'm making. You never give 100% of yourself to a person unless you truly trust them. That's why you only got close friends who know about the 100% version of you. Maybe like a lover, whether it's a man, woman, they or them, or Z or Zer, whatever the fuck. The point is, there's only a certain level. There's only a certain level. There's only a small group of people who get that version of you. When I say Trump and Tate are honest, I'm saying like Trump and Tate probably are giving more like a 75-25 situation, where 70, which is way more than what people are used to. Most people socially only give about 50%, because the ones who give the 100% are the ones who go to jail, or the ones who get like thrown out and shit. Like you have to still dial a certain level of your personality and issues back. Trump and Tate seem to be given a little bit more than normal, which I would say is like 75, which is a lot, because that's like 3/4 of who you are. And the kicker is that they maintain the 75% at all times. That's the other thing. Like me, I don't maintain 75% at all times, because I'm at work. You think I'm at 75%? No, I'm back down to like somewhere between 10 and 30%. That's where I'm at, right? When you're with your family, you're probably more like 50, 60, 75%. That's where you're probably somewhere between 50 and 75%, depending on how close you are with your family and friends. And then your really close friends and your lover, you're probably like 100% with, right? That's why they're so close to you, because they get the full you. They get the full you experience. When I call Tate and Trump honest, it's the fact that there are way more that those two seem to be insanely consistent about being who they're going to be all the time. Now, this is for better and for worse, depends on how you view it. But the point is that like that 75%, that reaches people. People can tell, that can see that level of genuineness, and they're attracted to it. See, honesty isn't something that is open, that should be as glorified as it is, because honesty very much can get you screwed and in trouble in most situations. But if you commit to being that consistent with it, people gravitate to it. You're still gonna have to put up with a lot of shit, but people gravitate to it. Here's the thing about Tate. He has said some of the way he acts and his content is played up. Of course it is. Because like, that's my point. It's not that Tate or Trump doesn't lie. It's just that it's not as much of a lie as other people. Like, you got these family-friendly YouTubers who are in the back extorting their children for views and putting them on TikTok and stuff. But on the surface, they're giving you this false impression of being this relatable and close family type channel. That's that whole, they're pretending to give you like 75 to 100% of themselves, and what they're really giving you is like 10%. While the other 90% is in the background doing a bunch of ugly, heinous shit. Like that's the difference. Most people lie to you about how much they're giving you, even though they're really giving you like very little. But they're giving you the illusion they're giving you 100. But they're really just giving you like 10%, if that. And it's important to know that the reason why people who you think shouldn't be succeeding. Let's be real here. There are plenty of you guys probably in this chat and probably just in general who are like, I don't understand how Trump got so popular. I don't understand how Tate got so popular. Trump must be because of his dad, because his dad gave him all the money when he was younger. Tate, because Tate appeals to like these like right-wing, red pill woke, like awakened extremists and shit, right? Or these incels. That's what Tate appeals to. Which, not even saying that none of those things aren't true, but that's not the whole story. Because there's way more to it, and that more to it portion is where all this specifics. There was like the way more to it, the hidden details that people don't catch and understand. Those are the things that are coming up now. Those are the things. That's why you think there are so many YouTubers expose videos, because people give 10% but pretend like they're giving you 90 or 100, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there wondering, well, how could they do such a thing? They seem like such a loving family, or a loving YouTuber, or TikToker, or Instagrammer. No. Trump is popular because he speaks for the crowd that agree with him but won't speak up. Well, that's partially true, Melvin. You're exactly right. He speaks for the crowd who share the same opinions as him, but socially know that they would get condemned for it. Those are the people who give you about, at most in public, like 20, 30%. And they can't be. Why do you think people get surprised when they find out who voted for who in certain elections? Because they don't realize that people have thoughts and opinions that some people will never know, because they don't trust you enough to give those opinions. Like, I live in the South. You think I told everybody and their grandma that I voted for Trump? No, I live in Georgia, which up until recently was mainly a red state. And even then, I still wouldn't say much about like my voting preferences. You see, exactly, Retro. That's exactly it. Only your girl gets, because she's close to you. That's your wife. That's your future wife in your mind. That's someone. See, family gets about 90, close friends get about 70, 80, and others get somewhere between 50 and 70. Exactly. There are tiers to how much you are willing to give. Tate doesn't really appeal too much to right-wingers, to be honest, since they don't even agree with him. Well, that's true. That's true. They have different audiences, definitely, to be sure. But my point is more so why they're viewed as so appealing to their respective groups in the first place. They're so appealing because of that honesty. Because they'll say the things that someone else wants to say, but they're afraid to say because they don't want to be chastised. Tate and Trump are the martyrs for their opinions. And if anything, they end up giving those people the courage to say the things they want to say. And that happens, and it's not even just with Tate and Trump. There are plenty of like activists and famous people who do the same thing for their respective groups. That they give the courage to those who share the same opinion as them, but don't want to get condemned, so they don't say anything. That's why people look up to these guys. That's why in life your goal should be to be willing to be more open. Because that fear doesn't do you any good. As you can see, it made these motherfuckers incredibly successful. This man's going to jail and making money. Like, it's kind of hard to not call that a W. You restricted my movement and ability to move around, and I'm still making more money than you is ridiculous. That's why I call the games you play booty cheeks. Thanks, Donnie. I appreciate it. I love you too, man. Sometimes I say things people think are jokes because of how dark it is, but bruh, that's just a percentage slip. Bruh, Retro, that is me all the fucking time, dog. Do you not, like, bro, that dark humor is not socially accepted. People like to pretend like it is. It's not at all. So you always gotta make up a fucked up joke. Like, that's why I say, if I make a fucked up joke around you and I don't like try to take it back or anything, that means I'm low key fucking with you. Because 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 I know if I said that around like half the people I work with, they would think I'm crazy or evil or some satanic bullshit. Come on, Donnie. DMC was a good game. Nah, you right, LML. Orion Sora is just glad we're done with the game. That's literally it. But like that's exactly it, Retro. Everybody does it. Everybody only gives a certain percentage of themselves to the public. And there's only a handful of people, if that. Usually most people's lives is like one or two people who get the full 100% Donnie or Orion or Retro Death or my experience, right? The full Terrell experience, like, is different. Now, you guys get a decent amount of me, because, I mean, honestly, I've gotten to the point now where I have a fan base and I kind of don't care about being a famous YouTuber. But even now, you guys don't get 100% of me. Like, that's never been the case. You get a decent amount of it. I'd say you get at least a good 75%. It's just different. It's just different. And it all hinges on you, because some people just aren't comfortable giving that. There's nothing wrong with not giving that energy. But it's one of the few times I think honesty works. The one thing that works is like for Twitch streamers and stuff. Why do you think people get mad when Twitch streamers lie about dumb shit? Like the one Twitch streamer who lied about being paralyzed. Like, he would sit there in his wheelchair and I think his girlfriend would bring him stuff, but he would always sit in the wheelchair and he'd play a game and he would like not move his lower body. And then I think one day in the middle of a stream, he just got up. He got up and walked away and didn't realize the camera was still on. So he runs back to the camera to cut it off. And people found out. And now he's exposed and kind of ostracized from Twitch. And I think he had to like restart and kind of regain a following. Yeah, there was someone who did it. Who was it? Or the girl who like, who was the girl who was pretending to be a gamer girl but was really playing? Well, there's multiple of them. There's one girl who used like an aimbot, so she really wasn't good. She was just using an aimbot to make her shoot better. Then there was another girl who was using her boyfriend's footage. Then there was another girl who was literally having her boyfriend play for her during stream. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, this happens all the time, bro. Well, yeah, masturbation is probably the most ridiculous one, but it's a very personal moment, guys. And one thing, surprisingly, DSP was relatively smart about handling, which is why he, like, capitalized on the memes and stuff. It's funny because it's weird. You're taught as a child honesty is the best policy. Then you grow up and realize that you could lie your way through success. And then at the very end of it all, the honesty is the one thing that, like, can reconnect you to a bunch of people. That's the reason why people like Markiplier, is because this man has videos of him crying. Why do you think those crying videos get so many views? People like to see other people vulnerable and open with each other. Even though we lie all the time. We lie all the time. As a human race, we lie all the time. But the moment a motherfucker's like, listen, for years I've struggled with depression. Like, all of a sudden, then we all connect and the millions of views come in. Like, yeah, man, I struggle with depression too. People want to have like a space where they can kind of come together and have a moment. But they only do that when they feel like a person's being honest with them and they can connect to them. Which is why people gravitate towards Tate and Trump. Because like other politicians, for at least in Trump's case, other politicians were giving them like 30%, maybe. Trump was given like 50 early on, and they were like, I feel like he's been a little bit too honest. And spoiler alert, he was. But you connected to him and you liked him. Hey, Goggle, we're talking about honesty, Andrew Tate and Donald Trump and personalities. Yep, Melvin, you're right. It was Sniper Wolf. I remember Sniper Wolf. Same thing. That's why actually her whole content changed after that too. That was hilarious. She became like a reaction channel. But yeah, half of the appeal of like Trump was the fact that he was a politician who was way more honest than the other ones. Not that he was fully honest, but he was just way more honest. So ironically enough, I don't believe honesty inherently pays unless you're gonna commit to it all the time. If you are honest, if you hold that same level of honesty in everything you do, you can be successful. But if you backtrack a little, it'll hurt you. Which is why so many people lie. People want the truth, they can't handle the truth. That's probably true, actually. People want, like I said, people want honesty and people want like directness, but they also hate it. If you ever been around somebody who's gotten way more personal than you are, and it's thrown you off and weirded you out. For example, you're hanging out with a friend. Now your friend energy for your basic friend is like 50, maybe 60%, right? And all of a sudden, your friend who's also giving 50 or 60%, all of a sudden jumps to fucking like 90, and you're just like, he's like, yeah, I've been pretty depressed lately. The only thing that's really kept me happy was just masturbating about like turning everything into like tits. That's the only thing that keeps me happy. And you're sitting over in the corner like, I just asked you to pass the remote. What the fuck are you talking about? That people don't like that shit. You have to build to that level of honesty. That's why you can't start a. That's why you can't start a friendship at 100. Because they don't know you to care about those things. But if you give them time to get used to you and get accepting to your quirks, then you can be 100 with them. It's a very interesting concept when I really sit down and think about it. I'm like, because I always used to think, like I went through a period where I tried to be very open and honest about things, like all the time. And it sucks. One of the things I always thought was interesting is any anime or show that would punish a character for being like a stereotypical shonen protagonist, where you were like overtly nice, way too forgiving, naive, and way too honest. And some shows have done that, but just had characters. Actually, I think Hunter x Hunter is a good example of that. Gon is like incredibly forthcoming, honest, and naive. But he has someone like Killua next to him who can shift through all the bullshit. And half of the reason why Gon was able to connect to Killua is because Gon wasn't bullshitting him ever. The thing he loved about, I think the one thing that attracted Killua to Gon is not only that they were kids the same age, but like Gon was just a genuine person. You didn't have to worry about lies or misdirection or all this other bullshit. It was just like, hey man, I'm like 10 and I'm looking for my dad. Like that was it. He'd be like, bro, you're a dickhead. Like that honesty was so appreciated because when you're constantly lied to, it fucks with you. A person's psyche is not meant to handle being constantly lied to or fucked with. Which is why people get so angry and aggressive when it happens to them. Because in their mind, this shit isn't what they signed up for. They didn't sign up to be lied to and misdirected. That's how riots start. But when you're with your boys and you're just like, bruh, I just need to go masturbate for a while. And if your friend's response is, here's a porn magazine and some lotion and some napkins, that's a real one. But that's why those moments stick out to you, is that genuineness of it all. If a friend told me that, I say, dude, you have bad taste. But see, that's what you say to your friends. If you can openly respond to a weird statement they make, like imagine back in the day, right? Because nowadays we've opened the door for like fetishes and kinks and shit, right? Remember back in the day where you couldn't even talk about having something as basic as like an inflation fetish? Not even like the body one, but just like the one with breasts, right? I have a fetish for seeing a girl's tits be huge as fuck, or a woman's tits be giant, right? people got chastised for that, right? Imagine being in a position where you could say that back then and not get chastised for it. And that's why people found online communities and forums. The kicker is that we all want honesty, but we're all afraid to be honest. I think that's it. That's exactly it. We all want honesty, but we are afraid of being honest. God damn, that's it. That's exactly what it is. We all want honesty from each other, but we are afraid to be honest ourselves because none of us are giving 100%. We're all over here bullshitting at 50 to 75%. And it takes a lot of work. And then the kicker is it takes a lot of work to get the 50% to 75. Like, it's a lot, especially because it's on the latter end of the scale. Because now your like deep-rooted problems and issues are starting to pop out with these little jokes and jabs. Like, for example, me and Tyrone make a lot of dark and crass humor, right? That's relating to everything and anything. And I think Tyrone had a moment when we were doing when I think he did his charity stream. And I found out when the whole abortion topic was up that he was almost aborted as a baby. And that was like some deep-rooted shit. And Tyrone makes a bunch of like abortion or like hilarious jokes. But that's an aspect of his personality I didn't know. And you're right, Melvin, you can't be honest with everyone. But the point is that people want to be honest. I think people would prefer to be honest. They just can't be honest because they won't get anywhere in life being honest. That's the crazy part about it. We are taught as children to be honest, then punished for it, and then learn that your mother didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. And so what do? You proceed to lie because you're not getting caught up in being honest and then losing out on things. So you lie through your childhood and through your teenage and adult years. And then you meet like a girl or like just a significant other that you start connecting and building with. And you start getting to the point where you just want to be honest with her. And you finally be honest. And you better hope to God that you made the good decision early on. Because if you didn't, your honesty is about to get crushed. It's about to get absolutely stomped on. Someone's going to take a fucking spike cleats and just dog walk it. And that's crazy to me, bro. Considering how much people know that it takes, how much they know how hard it is to get 100% honest with someone, it's crazy to me when I see these people in these relationships by dog walking on their honesty. Like, they're going to struggle to get back there. How all men lie to compliment women so they can get... No, absolutely. There's a video from Hot Damn Iraq who proved it. He was like, I think the video is called like Male Honesty, and he was like, he's like men have to lie to women all the time to get what they want. And he's like, what do you mean? And he was like, I'll give you the first step of me lying to you. What's your name? Do you really think I care what your name is if all I'm trying to do is have sex with you? I don't care about your fucking name, but I have to pretend like I do because it makes you feel like I care. And then he did the experiment where he walked around a mall and asked girls about just having sex with them. And then people in the comments critiqued him, were like, you shouldn't have asked that way. You should have did this, that, and the third. And he's like, listen, you told me to be honest. That's what I went. I went to multiple girls in a mall and were honest to them about my intentions. And they all either said no, slap me, or this, that, and the third. That's why do you think game exists in the first place? They always talk about guys having to have game. You want to know why game exists? Game exists because if men couldn't get good about lying or making themselves look more interesting than what they were, most men wouldn't have girlfriends. Game literally came from competition and women not caring about honesty, which is why Men stop being honest to women. Because walking up to a girl and being like, hi, how are you? My name is such and such. I think you're very pretty. You seem like well put together and like just a general visual appeal to me. And I think it would be nice if we could go out sometime and get to know each other. And a girl look at you and be like, no, you bum, get away from me. But then if I call her a bitch and say, we're going out to McDonald's tonight, wear something slutty because I'm going to hit it from the back. That worked. That honesty worked. But it's also because you didn't care about her feelings. Trying to be like considerate never works out, which is crazy to me. But that's what happens. So the reason why people start hustling women and getting creative about approaching women is because women don't care about you just being like normally honest with them. Well, I need to know the name because I know who to avoid if they crazy. What, you mean the name of the video? You want the link to the video I was talking about earlier? Yeah, let's go to McDonald's and wear something slutty. Exactly. But yeah, that's the struggle that we as humans suffer through. Most of us spend our entire lives lying to everyone on a daily basis. We do that to protect ourselves and to progress in society. Which is a shame that I have to explain it that way, but that's what it is. I'm lying every day to get further ahead. And I'm lying to different degrees, obviously, but the point is I'm lying. And the only hope I have is that one day I will meet a girl that I can be 100% honest with that will like me for me. And it'll be the most terrifying moment of my life, knowing that I can kill a relationship in the matter of seconds because of how I talk to this one girl. That shit's crazy. And then people wonder why dating's so stressful and why people don't want to do it. And the kicker is this all ties back into honesty. Like the title's about Trump, but like realistically, that's what this is about. Honesty. Can you go around being honest to these men, women, famous people, whatever, and still like succeed? And you can, but you got to be insanely consistent. Because the moment you falter for a second, you've hoed yourself. You've absolutely hoed yourself. I think my neighbors just got home or something. Or my AC's about to cut back on. I think my AC's about to come back on. I can't tell. I'm hearing the noise and it's fucking with me. But yeah, like that's the gist of the situation. I mean, but yeah, like I don't know. I'd like to hear y'all's thoughts about it, just to give you guys more of a role. But it's crazy to me. But see, this is what I do, ladies and gentlemen. I take crazy and ridiculous situations that happen in today's society and I fucking turn it into a societal discussion. Because that's really what this is. That honesty is something we all want to be, but know there is no intrinsic benefit to doing it except for maybe one or two people in our lives. But we would prefer to be honest with everybody. But you won't succeed in life by being honest. You'll succeed by lying. And then once you get close enough to certain people, you can be honest with them. That's crazy to me, bro. But it is a sad state of affairs. The Obi-Wan quotes strike me down, and I'll become more powerful than you can ever imagine. Could be more. Oh, absolutely. Exactly. And they're gonna pay for it. Because if you don't get that motherfucker with these indictments and you don't keep him in jail, bruh, he's gonna come back on some Jesus nonsense. Come out with his arms up and yeah. He's gonna rise again like Tupac in this beat, bro. It's gonna be ridiculous. Listen, girl, I want to be myself with you. So if you could just crawl into my body pillow. Oh shit. Oh, you are a savage, sir. Good God Almighty. Oh. But that's a part of the whole thing. People keep thinking this shit's a game. But that's really the core of it all. But, oh, God damn it. No. Exactly, Chidori. Exactly, Chidori. I said that shit earlier. That's exactly what I said earlier. They made him an outlaw as if America doesn't love outlaws. We love anti-heroes. Anti-heroes are like people's favorite characters. Why do you think Sasuke's so popular? Or Shadow the Hedgehog. We love anti-heroes. So stupid. People fuck with Robin Hood. So stupid. Donnie, shut the hell up. That's why we can't hang out no more. You're always a problem, bro. Chill out. Where the hell's mine? I need a towel. I spilled some. Oh, there we go. I spilled some stuff. Some stuffed McNuggets. Oh, Lord. Let me wipe this down real quick. Hell, cartoons proved it, like that Camp Lazlo episode. Okay. Orion, I don't even know what episode this is. And I feel like this is going to be a story time for you to explain it. And I'm very conflicted about it. I don't like milkshakes when they're this inconsistent. Either you're going to be a liquid or a solid. Make up your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it's both. Oh, it's still cold though. Give myself a brain freeze like a stupid person. That's dangerous. It's so dangerous. But yeah, exactly. Persona 5 is about vigilantes. And that one's become like the most popular and mainstream Persona game. We love anti-heroes. And what did they do? Trump is an anti-hero. You're so stupid. I thought your goal was to win the election, you idiots. Why did you make him a hero? Why did you make him an anti-hero? You so dumb. America? Jesus Christ. And people still in the back like, I don't know how you could vote for him. Really? You don't know how they could vote for him? Really? And then all that drama that went on with Biden and the whole Hawaii situation. It's like, bro, dog. It's like, man, it's so easy. Also, we love underdogs. Man, hey, look, that's what they gonna do. Also, Lightning, I already said I voted for Trump in the last election anyway. Woo. It's cold, so I had to take like breaks when I do it. Because if I eat the whole thing at once, I will give myself brain freeze, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, that's the gist of the conversation. I don't really think there's anything else to add. I feel like we made like a full transition of what I wanted to talk about. Like honestly, but Guyver 3, Negan, Deadpool, media everywhere. People love justified evil. Absolutely. Because human beings will indulge in justified evil all the time. It's just light evil. A lie, a little white lie. A lie is technically evil, but it's like the smallest form of evil. That's why no one views it as evil, but technically it's evil. It technically is evil. Every Elder Scrolls game start as a prisoner. Xenoblade 2 and 3 have to go on the run as an outlaw. People love exactly, and that's my point. People love being in a come up story. That's half the reason why we like RPGs. The whole premise of an RPG is to start off from the bottom and get stronger. We love underdog and outlaw stories, and in most cases, you can be both. You can be both. And I think people need to understand that is currently what we do. That's where we live, bro. That is 100% where we live. I just want to be the Chad from Gate while I relax. Chads are what we would like to be, but it's not even like what we actually are. It's just what we would like to be. Name one person who didn't go. Exactly. Every human has a little bit of evil in us, and we feel more relatable to you. Why do you think you know how hard it is to be a dickhead and me go out with a good girl? It's so awkward. It's so awkward. Be a dickhead and go out with a good girl. You feel like you gotta corrupt her or something because like this ain't gonna work. You can't be like this. That's why people don't like going out with just strictly religious girls. But that's also the reason why there's a fetish for corruption. Corruption in itself is a fetish. You know why? Because no one likes just a good person. We are fucking crazy adults, but Jesus Christ. What the hell is this, Richie? What is this? Yeah, see, this all works in Trump's favor. The man is a living meme. Well, no, people, the purge thing is hilarious because people say that, but people don't want it. But if they got it, they would accustom themselves to it a little bit too easily, and it'd be a whole problem. It's such a weird, like, confliction of thoughts and ideas, but that literally would be it. Like, I don't even know how to properly explain it. It's kind of just like, what the fuck? Oh my goodness. It's just what the fuck? I don't even know how to explain it. Hold on. I got lost out of here. This is why NTR is popular. True. Nah, don't legalize the purge, LOL. I'm not here to be a degenerate. I'm here to be myself. Same difference, Retro. You just got a girlfriend, so you have to like check yourself a little bit. But yeah. Also, that's the other thing. You tend to get more of the 100% version of yourself when you have someone who you can already be 100% with. What I mean by that is, if you have a best friend or a significant other already that you're 100% with, you are more open to being that version of yourself with other people. Why? Because you know no matter what happens, you already got somebody around you who's at 100 that you can be 100% with. It's almost like a license to be a dickhead. It's kind of what it is. If my girl's at home who loves me at 100%, I don't really give a fuck about this one random guy that I've been 50% with my whole life. He'll just randomly get me at 75. And if he doesn't like it, I won't really care much because I got a girl at home who likes me at 100. Now, that's not always the case, but it is sometimes the case. Which is why it's important to bring up. Exactly. I got a shake. I got a shake from Chick-fil-A. I got a shake from Chick-fil-A. I already ate the chicken from earlier, but the shake I put in the freezer. But see, Retro, you know what I'm talking about. And we do it because we only need one person. You got to shake, but why are you not moving your body? Because y'all have already memed me with the Rasengan. What else can I possibly do? Not chick fuck the fuck lay. What? Orion. Orion. What do you mean, bro? Like he's like chick fuck lay. Like what? You didn't even spell it right. It's CIC. CHIC. I'm almost done with it anyway. But that's important to acknowledge. You know what you gotta do? Fuck lay chicken, fill them with... I hate you, Donnie. Fucking hate you. You're so stupid. Why are you so stupid, Donnie? Do better. And don't worry, kids. I brought some agua to cover me. That was the last like food related item I eat tonight. So now it's just all healthy stuff until my unconscious takes over my soul. Whoo! Oh God. Someone's spamming that laugh emote like crazy, y'all. Oh my goodness. But I think that's kind of the gist, right? I don't know how much else I can really add to that. So how much weight have you lost? Oh, how did he hit me with it, dog? He hit me with it. Oh man. You wait until I finish the shake to be like, so how much weight have you lost? Like, what the fuck? Probably not at all, because I forget where I was at. I don't remember what I said last year, but I'm pretty sure I'm above it. It hasn't been great at all, actually. I'm pretty sure I've gained. I want to say I was at what, I was probably at 254 last year from what I remember. And I'm pretty sure I'm at, because I made a bet with myself. I said if I was still under 270, I would get Chick-fil-A. And I think when I got on the scale, I was at like 269.4, and I was like, fuck. And the kicker being here is that, like, I'll be real with you, this first half of the year has just been kind of stressful, emotionally and financially and physically. And I just fucked up. I'm not even going, there's no real excuse for it. I just fucked up. And so the last couple of weeks, I've tried to get back onto a better thought process and like not dieting. Well, kind of dieting. So here's a financial trick we can kind of, this is becoming one hell of a stream. People gonna read this title and not understand what the fuck is actually going on in this stream. So one thing this year I started doing is I started putting all my like bills and like food purchases on my credit card, because the rewards I got for them would stack up. So by the end of the year, let's say I wanted to take a trip to like wherever I wanted to go next year, I could use the reward money from using the credit card uh, for the trip, so I really wouldn't have to pay much, right? Um, and with that, I was buying like fast food somewhat frequently. I say somewhat because it wasn't like every day, but it was way more frequently than it should have been. And it wasn't until probably this month I started making a change where I gave myself like a once a week kind of deal. So I want to say the last 2 weeks, what I've done is pretty much pack lunches for work. Um, I've packed my own lunches going into the week, and then I think either Friday or Wednesday or Friday is my like cheat day where I can go out and get something to eat. Now this week was kind of weird because I did it Wednesday and then I did it today in varying degrees. Because the funny thing is I did it today for dinner and I did it Wednesday for lunch. Um, but I also didn't eat a lot those days for like dinner or lunch. Like my lunch today was like two sandwiches with like that was just bread, mayonnaise, and like turkey, and then some Ritz crackers. It wasn't nothing, and then I drank a Powerade for the drink. And then tonight was the Chick-fil-A. But it's still not great. And with the whole my weight goal was to be under I wanted to get back at least into the 220s by the end of the year, which is still viable, but I gotta stop bullshitting. Like if I had to be real about it. Um Chick-fil-A is good. Chick-fil-A is good, Retro. You should have it. Popeyes is good. Popeyes is really good. Popeyes is dangerous. I mean, that first thing you fucked up with in the beginning of this year was you playing Final Fantasy 13. That's right, I did start with that. I wanted to at least be back in the 220s. I haven't been in the 220s since I was in high school. So that would have been my initial goal, was to be in the 220s, like early 200s. But I fucked up. I don't think I've even told you guys this. I've alluded to it, but I never told you guys this, but why not? I found out I have. I don't know why I said I had, but I have diabetes. I have type 2, I believe, diabetes. I found out in 2022. And it fucked with me a lot. But it also made me like super committed to losing weight. Like I went from like 294 to 254, and now we're in my second year of having it, and I'm back up to almost 270, pretty much 270 without being 270. And it's like I gained what? I've gained what, 16 pounds back? Yeah. Um Yeah, that's the main thing, studio. That's what's getting me caught up is the calories nonsense. So I've tried to do things. I've tried to do some habits. Like I mean like bananas and stuff in the morning. I really haven't bought too many sweets. The most I buy is those like like I can't move the camera right now, but the only sweet that's in my house right now is some Little Debbie birthday cakes, which are just like these tiny little sticks, and it's just one box. I didn't buy like two boxes. Um, I'm trying to get into the habit of not eating out as much. It's hard, but I'm trying to get there. It's not like, and just to give context, I'm not like so bad in the diabetes where I'm taking like insulin. Like right now, all I take is metformin. I take a pill of metformin. That's it. Yeah, the working out has been kind of a janky situation. So my main time of going used to be today, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are like my main workout days. Because some days at work, it's harder for me to go to the gym after a work day than it is on a weekend. A weekend, it's easier for me to go to the gym. So normally it was today, Saturday, and Sunday. Although I will say the last couple weeks has been just Saturdays and Sundays. I don't know, like I'll get home on Friday and I'm just kind of out. And part of it is just because the job has been kind of stressful and I've just been trying to chill out. But I don't know. There's some habits that I definitely need to change. And once I get that locked down, I'll be fine. Which is funny because in September is when I go back to the doctor to get checked again. So I'm not happy or excited to see how that goes because it's not going to be pretty probably. I don't think it'll be terrible because it's not like I've been in any like diabetic episodes or anything, but like, not looking forward to it. I think this year's just been a lot because I'm still like spending money and shit, and I need to chill out on stuff. But some of that money spending has just been on house stuff. Hell, I was looking at finances earlier about investing in stocks and high yield savings accounts, which, by the way, that is something I've been doing for years that I very much believe is worth it. Get yourself a high yield savings account. Don't invest in this dumbass just a normal savings account. Get a high yield savings account. There are plenty of high yield savings accounts that don't make you do a bunch of extra shit. And the kicker is I haven't even been buying much. The only thing I've really been buying casually has been games, honestly. Like I haven't bought the only anime DVDs I bought was the Working DVDs. Where are they? Yeah, Working. Working was the last anime I bought. I didn't even really bought any One Piece or Black Clover manga volumes like I want to. Partially because I want a goddamn like proper bookshelf. But I also want a new desk. For the give context, the desk I have currently, my mother found at a yard sale that is partially broken and has been broken for like years. But it still works. And I just spent a lot of money. I've just spent a lot of money on various stuff. Well, I don't really do the middle of the night eating barely at all anymore. I used to do it a lot. I don't do it as much anymore. If it happens to me, it usually happens to me on the weekend. So like tonight, Saturday, Sunday. Mainly tonight and Saturday. I try to cut myself off around like 10 o'clock, which is part of the reason why I finished that shake at 10. There is no more sweets in the house other than those little Debbie cakes, which will be used for little snacks when I eat lunch next week. Yeah, being an anime fan in this time is expensive as fuck. Exactly. And then on top of that, I've been reading more manga than anything else. So I really haven't had a reason to buy this stuff. Yeah, late night eating is rough. And the problem is that I'm a late night person. I'm a night guy. I'm the guy that'll be up until like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's always dangerous for me. But that hasn't really been my issue. Well, at least not like late. I think the worst I've eaten now is like up until 10 o'clock. That's like the worst it gets, which is still technically later than it should be. It should be like 8 o'clock, I think, is when it really should stop. 8 or 9, but some nights are better than others, so yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot of like emotional and mental struggle you have to get through with these things, food included. But see, I'm also not one of those fat guys who'd be like, well, see, I'm beautiful as a big guy. I wouldn't call myself beautiful. Just I'm a fat guy. Like that's literally it. And I need to do better. Taking accountability is important, and I feel like not enough people do that shit, and it becomes a problem because they don't. And it's partially because we live in a fucking society that doesn't really promote taking responsibility for your actions. It tells you to go to therapy, but we don't take responsibility for the shit we do. And that's the fucking problem. By the way, this thing was full when I got it. This will always be my problem. I drink a lot. The thing that gets me in trouble the most, and it's something I realized recently also, I drink a lot of juice. I drink a lot of high C, lemonade, and I had to recently start cutting a lot of that out. So the only thing I really buy now is like a Powerade, and that's about it. And recently I've only been buying like one 8-pack and then splitting it through the week. And that's just my drink during lunch. And I think at Tyrone's suggestion, I bought like a Brita, which I guess is like a water filter thing because apparently Dasani water is trash. So I'm like, okay, fine, Dasani's trash. I'll buy one of these Britas. So I bought it, and now I'm just doing that. I'm just fucking drinking. I'm just pouring water in, filtering the bitch, and drinking it through cups. But yeah, like literally, I've already gone through more than half of this already. It's kind of crazy. I can't sleep if I'm hungry. I used to have a weight problem. I used to weigh 119 pounds. It was a struggle for me for years to get to where I am now. I had to eat beyond nausea to gain the slightest. I only drink water. Juice is rare for me. Yeah, when you realize like half of the best things that you eat and consume are mostly unhealthy for you, that shit sucks, dog. It sucks. And see, I grew up in the South. I grew up on all this good food. Drink juice by itself. If you drink juice with food, the sugar will attach to the food in your stomach, making it harder to digest. Huh. Didn't know that. Oh yeah, the whole thing's a damn struggle. The whole thing is a struggle, Mr. Pocket Hercules. Every time I see Pocket Hercules, I'm always thinking of fucking Nutty Professor. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. I think the water that says ice or spring on the bottle is good. Purified water in bottles doesn't taste good. Well, there is no fucking... The thing of water is that water doesn't taste like anything. The biggest struggle is getting used to that. Just getting used to the whole water doesn't taste like anything. Once I get past that shit, I'm fine. But good God... That was like the worst hurdle for me. And then dropping soda, which that is mostly stayed true. Like I don't buy sodas and I don't actively drink. The only time I get caught up in drinking sodas is if I'm at my mother's house and she doesn't have water, which sometimes she doesn't. Also, I don't know if anyone knows this, but you have fucking what is it? Fuck, I lost my train of thought completely. Fuck. I lost my train of thought. Damn it. I said my mom's son. Oh, does anyone's parents do this dumb shit where they'll have like 6 water bottles, right? 6 or 7 water bottles, and they'll be full of water. Like you buy brand new like Dasani or spring water bottles, right? And then your parent or whoever the fuck drinks a portion of each of the bottles. Like they always start a new bottle instead of just finishing the one they started. That shit is the worst. And my mother does that shit all the time. So my mom will have water, but they're all like separated into these dumbass categories where like one's got like a fourth left, one's got like a third left, one's got like almost full, but she took a swig out of it. Like, and I'm like, Mom, I just want an unopened bottle of water. Well, I try to finish all these waters. Why didn't you just drink the first bottle before moving to the second one? No. And then I don't want to drink after her. I can, but I don't want to. But sometimes I have to. Because there's no unopened bottle of water in her house. But they're all in the fridge, man. They're all in the fridge. That's the problem. If they weren't all in the fridge, I could agree with you. They're all in the goddamn refrigerator. I'm sitting there in the refrigerator. Here's a bottle. 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 And none of these bitches are full. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, God. Fucking trash, bro. Absolute trash. What you mean, Midnight? What you talking about, bro? This has been a hell of a stream. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh God. Also, we have the One Piece live action next week, so that should be fucking fun. I don't know how I'm doing that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm doing that. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but obviously we need to talk about it, and we're gonna have to figure out what to do as far as that's concerned. And I don't know what to do about it, so yeah. Now, speaking of addicting, Persona 3 trailer was looking clean. The director finally got the memo for what I heard from the One Piece live action. What was the memo? What the hell is that? It's gonna be one of those things where there's like a random fucking gnat or something in here and it's gonna piss me off. It's gonna make me mad. The fans wanted something accurate to the source material. What you, Jesus Christ? Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. I haven't looked at the Persona 3 trailer. I hope it's not a fucking ladybug, bro. Those fucking ladybugs drive me nuts. Hold on. It's probably in this fucking window, knowing my luck. The worst thing I could do is to pull this bitch back and get hit by something. Because if it's a roach, I'm gonna be fucking mad. Which reminds me, I still got home improvement stuff I want to do. Hell, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do financially with the house in general. Because, like, yeah, I'm living here now. But am I going to live here in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? I don't know. Just Cat Noir. He takes care of her. Oh, God. Why did they put late game stuff? Am I playing the Persona 3? Oh God, I guess. I don't know, because technically it's not the definitive version of the game. But currently that doesn't exist. So I mean, probably I'm going to play it. I'm just gonna have to go back and play like The Answer somewhere else. Which is a shame. I don't know why they wouldn't put that in there. Oh yeah, because TSS said he wasn't gonna do it. Do I want that to be my next stream is just Persona 3 again, though? Because the problem is, if I just play Persona 3, especially for some of you guys, you'll just be watching that again. You can't play Persona 3. You need to play Baten Kaitos. Yeah, I should have known better from you, Retro. I knew that was going to fucking come up, bro. I knew that was going to come. Guys. Fuck me, I hear it. It's gotta be a ladybug. I hate when these fuckers get in here. Because ladybugs aren't like annoying, but they make noise and I can hear it. And hearing them is worse. Heck, it makes a special starting soon video too. Oh, I don't know why I say it. It's I'd make a special. Gotcha. And be there all the time. You play DMC remake. I don't want to hear it. Really? I don't know why you got so aggressive about that DMC remake, bro. It wasn't that deep. Besides, I already had my Saturday game, guys. Although the Saturday game that I picked probably won't last more than like 3 weeks. It's a short game, but it it might tickle some people's fancy. P3 is my favorite of the series, but not having a definitive version of that everyone agrees on is a pain. Oh, absolutely. Rabbids Go. Oh, absolutely not. No, Retro. I would play Bots and Kaitos before I play Rabbids Go Home. I mean, that's just me being real about it. Like I'm not about to fucking not play the Wilds of no. You'll find out next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday you'll find out. We're not gonna worry about it now, but next. Fuck me. I hear you, and it's pissing me off. You're probably in the goddamn window. This isn't even that deep. I hate this fucking thing. Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy. What are your thoughts on climate change as it impacts society? I'll be dead eventually anyway, so I guess it won't matter to me. Oh, that's not fucking funny. That's not funny. It's a little funny. This is gonna bother me. I might need it. Oh, I think I saw it. Is that a gnat? It looks like a gnat. I thought it was a ladybug, but that looks too small. I see you, you fuck. Ah, it's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, I might need to get out of here, guys. I'll be rude with you. No, I bought the house. I own the house. Well, I'm paying a mortgage on it. You saw the last Storm 5 trailer? No, you think I watch Storm trailers? Come on, guys. I'm not about to sit here and indulge in more Naruto Storm series. I could give a fuck less. Although, it's gonna piss me off, guys. It's gonna make me angry. It's generally ticking me off because I know. Fuck you. This is actually generally pissing me off. Are you planning on having kids or not? I don't even have a girlfriend. That conversation is not happening until I have a steady girlfriend, which I don't know when the fuck that happens. I'm a little bit too eccentric of a guy to be out here expecting to find some woman who's like just into me that I also find attractive. Like, just that's a whole other issue. Also, I'm not really thinking of children anyway. Kids was never something I needed in my life, nor did I want. And even if I was going to have kids, I'd probably adopt before I have kids personally. Because I don't really care about the legacy. To me, it was like a morality question. Like, there are plenty of children who don't have, like, parents. Why the fuck? I get why people are having their own children. But I'm just saying, there are plenty of kids who also got screwed because the parents were selfish dickheads. Like, this is really making me angry because I see you. I see you somewhere. I want to get up and... Hold on. It's pissing me off. Hold on. I need a frame of reference. Is that it? No, I think that's a screw for the fan. Move, you fuck! Now it doesn't want to move. Hold on. It's pissing me off because I know you're here. Hold on. I need a better range. And now you're not making any fucking noise. Are you shitting me? I mean, I like deep discussions as well. I mean, the premise of this whole stream, although the title says differently, actually has a relatively interesting meaning behind it. We just went through it in like an hour. That was the problem. Hold on, hold on. Now he's not making any fucking noise. Why does this happen to me, bro? Ah! Because all it is a fucking ladybug. Because if it was a roach, it wouldn't make this noise. Roaches don't make this kind of noise. This shit's too light. It's like a fucking pebble hitting a wall. It's super light. And the problem is, I don't think this fucking blind is up. These window blinds are up good enough to where if I move it, there's a high chance I can knock this bitch down. Did he just leave? He made this. You up to date on the My Hero chapter? Still don't know how to feel about what's going on anymore. Isn't the last... Oh, I don't want a pet. The only pet I would get is a rabbit, and the problem with rabbits is that rabbits are like super high maintenance. Actually, I'll move the camera up so you can at least see my face while we're talking here. That's still not high enough though. Let's do that. But yeah, I thought about getting a my favorite animals are rabbits, but like I said, the only reason why I would never get a rabbit is because rabbits are super high maintenance, and that's a bunch of extra money that I don't need to be spending on a pet. Let's see. Tell that bug to help pay you with your mortgage. You ain't gonna do that. Bugs live rent free in this motherfucker. Not by choice, but because most of them bite me in my sleep anyway. I pay them with my body, as I've been told. I'm like a hooker to the insect world. That sounds disgusting. It sounds terrible. Rabbits always want to know what's up. Last chapter, all for one. Oh, yeah. Is that the one where it was like 9 pages? And he used like a dark shadow type move with his cape? Yeah, I'm up to date. Because I don't think we got a new chapter this year. It's not bed bugs. Well, actually, no, that's not true. That probably is. Because it's been a couple days and the bump is gone down. But I can still, it's like right here on my side, so. Yeah. This stream has gone all over the place, y'all. I'm very sorry. I kind of like the randomness of it all. I like the unpredictability, superstitious, feeling like I'm moving expeditiously. My mind's feeling all types of fluidity as my rhyming skills perform stupendously, and I feel like I'm about to traverse the immaculate diversity of discrimination of I'm not extraordinary. Fuck, I lost it. I couldn't think of anything else. No, that was the second to last chapter. Is there a new chapter out? I didn't know new chapters came out. I don't think anything of Ice Spice. Ice Spice is just another rapper who's currently famous. Like fucking Cardi B. Fuck, I thought I heard it. I think he only makes noise when I'm not paying attention, which is fucking terrible. It's actually pissing me off because I heard him. I heard him! And he heard me. I know you see me. I'm actually checking. Did I miss a chapter? I thought that was the chapter. Hold on. I'm in the same... Doja Cat's the same thing. Doja Cat is technically like a troll who just got popular enough to be considered an actual rapper. And we were just kind of like, okay, I guess this is what you do now. But Doja Cat is like she's a meme rapper. Oh, there was a new chapter that came out. Okay. Did I watch this? Yeah, even the Jujutsu Kaisen chapter is new. Sorry, I'm like scroll. I got distracted. Now I'm casually looking at the damn Jujutsu Kaisen chapter. Sorry, I'm like reading the chat. I forgot Jujutsu Kaisen has a bunch of text in it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Sorry, I got completely distracted, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm fucking. Which is funny because I think Jujutsu Kaisen is also ending. Like, I think we're supposedly be in the final arc. Like, considering the fight that we're currently in with Jujutsu Kaisen, that probably is close to its ending too. It's just everything's on the goddamn. Everything's on the goddamn decline. I'm losing everything I care about. It sucks. I'm probably gonna get out of here in a second though. I am gonna quickly quickly look through My Hero while we're on here. Since someone brought it up so I can watch it. Who's the trash now? Oh, look at this. A flashback that we already knew about. I feel like this chapter has barely like. This chapter barely has anything really going on in it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I guess we're just doing more All Might nonsense. That's great. Don't you hate it when you wipe your ass and it doesn't stop itching? What? What the fuck? Sorry. Yeah, I need to end the stream, y'all. I'm just at this point, it's turned into chaos and rambling. Although that seems to be the nature of my streams anyway, so I think it's all good, I guess. It's so weird. I feel like the first hour of this is way better than the second hour, but it's okay. We all make mistakes. Tomorrow's stream is gonna be some one-off nonsense. I don't really know what I'm doing. It may not even be a fucking gaming thing because once again, it's a one-off. The actual playthrough of the new game on Saturday starts next Saturday. So I don't really fucking know what I'm doing. So yeah. Oh God. With all that being said, I appreciate the squad for being in here and supporting and watching through all my nonsense and shenanigans. This fucking ladybug gnat thing is about to drive me out of my goddamn mind. So I'm gonna get out of here and go kill it so I can have peace in the world. The ninja world will be protected by my actions, and therefore life in itself will be returned to peace. Looks like Tyrone didn't stream tonight because I guess some stuff happened. I'm not 100% sure. And I don't think the episode reaction has happened, is happening tonight because the episode probably hasn't been subbed tonight. It don't look like. No, I don't see them. I don't see KG streaming, so I guess nothing's really going on. So with that being said, we're just going to get out of here and chill. I could let it live. You're right. Maybe I need good luck. It's funny. After all that time and all that effort and all that anguish and anger, maybe the conclusion I needed all along was to just let it live. Let it live. Huh. Maybe we should all just let it live. I'm done. I'm talking a bunch of bullshit now. Now, if you have bed plan, kill them motherfuckers immediately. What the fuck? Bed plan! It's palmettos! You German cockroach! Get the fuck out of here. Oh, God. Also, that was a spoon. Spoons aren't really weapons, but if you know how to use them, anything can be a weapon. Even the air itself. Alright, I'm on some bullshit. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, so stream tomorrow. I just don't know what it's gonna be. I think I'm gonna stop. I think I'm just gonna end the video. I think I'm gonna end this because that was bad. I forgot English for a good minute and a half. So I'm gonna stop streaming. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. It's been your boy, the Insane Game Rick. Let's a game. Play it all in. And I heard you got eyes. Later. See you on the flip side. See you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. I love you.